see what I want. Shit. No, I want to go on to Bengals. Yeah. I'm a good song.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, as I say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now
Let's go.
Dumped by the Bills.
Let's go.
These guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high.
Huh? What'd you say? Okay.
They were making a few yards along the way, and now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. On play action, Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and getting the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Jair Brown on the stop there.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Oh, come on.
But it's incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Oh, let's go.
Takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And maybe the defense caught a...
What?
Surprise there that he took off and got in? Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Out of the gun, Purdy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10, and he is going to score. It's a big 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Oh,
The offense had really not been able to mount anything
wake
yet
up.
on that
Hold on,
drive, and the defense made
I
sure
smoked
they couldn't
something when
mount
I got
anything. The
drowsy.
interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
So the last game started. I gotta do better. Second half. Shit.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
Oh,
Exactly
good.
right, Doctor. Hippocratic
Good
oath,
move.
first do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense. Second round, the defense.
Get out of here with a W, offense.
Back to throw, Purdy. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Allen gonna throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Left side, Cook. They juked him. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook.
And he's all over the line.
First down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you got the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Oh, come on. Hold on to the ball, man.
Complete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 2. Purdy. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
Oh, my God.
And it is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Allen.
I didn't let him finish the route.
Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he will be out of bounds things with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I'm already getting sleepy. I smoked that real cool. That's right.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen now looks to throw.
Bro, what am I doing?
Couldn't square up to throw there.
What the hell?
It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Throwing here, Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. Purdy looking to throw.
He's wide open too.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll try the wide side with Cook.
Man, I just start telling you, man.
So that short gain on 1st down quickly.
Slow. Good. I get sleepy. Shit.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. On play action, Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That third down conversion good for 23.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Allen. And he's can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Purdy from the gun. And now the ball's out.
Let's go, baby.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery.
Damn.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
I seen his ass blank.
Picked off by Fred Warner, and he's able to get it back here
Trying
to
to
the
get a test.
43-yard line.
Damn.
Now Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Purdy.
Oh.
Able to
Damn.
The open man, that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners
Get on
first
to that
down as
one.
they're able to get the third down conversion. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah.
And his pass is
Hello,
intercepted for the
let's go.
fourth time today.
Ah,
They will
shit.
finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox.
Hey, who was meant for it?
Inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Tanner Rapp with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. They want to run their full
Come on, bro.
no matter who's on the field.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The first down carry here for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here.
Ah, what? Catch that 85.
Incomplete.
Oh, damn.
The offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson.
I don't know what to do.
On the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL.
Good game, Cole.
This loss, it already stings and will for a while.
Y'all come see me next time.
Knows it'll sting a lot worse if they
You
don't
don't
put some points
care.
up on the board.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. Purdy. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Bills come up with a late turnover. It will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially